Hello, my name is Brent Deppy. I'm the Agronomy Department Manager here at Key Cooperative. First, I'd like to start out today by thanking you for the continued support of your cooperative and for allowing us to be your essential business partner within the Agronomy Division. We truly appreciate it. Today, I'd like to discuss a couple items. The first item being, as we look to put the final touches on what looks to be a very good 2021 crop that we currently have growing in the field. As all of us have experienced the past 7 to 10 days, and looking forward at the forecast for the next 7 to 10 days, it appears it will be warmer and drier than normal. In order to help mitigate some stress on this crop as we get into the final stretches, a fungicide application is a critical tool in the toolbox for that. If you haven't done so already, please visit with your local Key Cooperative agronomist to look at lining up an application of a fungicide, insecticide, and foliar feed to this crop so we can finish strong. The second item I'd like to discuss with you today is getting off to a successful start for the 2022 crop, which starts with a couple different points. The first point being sitting down with your local Key Cooperative agronomist to review your soil samples and ensure that they are accurate and up to date. Having up-to-date soil samples is critical because we rely on those samples to make field level fertilizer recommendations, which is the second point to the successful start to 2022, having a fertility plan ahead of the combines rolling. Sitting down with your local agronomist and making sure you have a fertilizer plan ahead of season is critical and will allow efficient operations for you and your farm, and will also help us forecast your fertilizer needs to ensure we have a constant and timely supply to meet your needs as the fall season progresses. The last item I'd like to discuss with you today is the fertilizer supply and pricing outlook as we look through the fall. We have been and will continue to receive over the next 30 to 45 days shipments of dry fertilizer via truck and rail into our Grinnell and Nevada dry fertilizer terminals, as well as a resupply and refill of anhydrous ammonia into all of our locations to fill our bullets and nurse tanks ahead of the fall season. And the last point I'd like to discuss with you today is fertilizer pricing and look at that year over year compared to last fall and where the spring was. As we have all seen with all of our inputs across the ag landscape, a constant rise in cost, mainly due to higher production, higher demand, given the higher grain prices, and freight increases are some of the many factors. As we look at price increases for this fall and compared to last year, we'll see a majority of our fertilizers up 30 to 40% over last fall at this time, and we'll be up 5 to 15% depending on the product over where we were this spring. Thanks again for your continued support and allowing us to be your essential business partner. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your local Key Cooperative agronomist or location manager, and have a safe and enjoyable rest of your summer.